I still remember my first day at Westbridge High School. The parking lot looked like a luxury car showroom. BMWs, Teslas, even a freaking Lamborghini. And then there was me, getting dropped off in my dad's old delivery van that made a weird coughing sound every time it stopped. The moment I stepped out, I heard someone laugh. Bro came to school in a plumber van. A few kids started laughing quietly. I looked down and pretended not to hear it. But deep inside, that feeling stayed with me for years. See, most students at Westbridge came from rich families. Their parents were doctors, lawyers, business owners. My dad? He repaired air conditioners. My mom cleaned hotel rooms during night shifts. We weren't poor. But compared to everyone there? Yeah, we were invisible. At lunch, kids flexed expensive watches and talked about vacations in Dubai and Switzerland. Meanwhile, I was sitting there calculating if my cafeteria money would last the whole week. And somehow, things only got worse. There was this group everyone worshipped. Jason, Mason, Tyler, and Chloe. Rich, popular, attractive. Basically the main characters of the school. And for some reason, they loved making fun of me. Especially Jason. Every morning he had something new to say. Yo, thrift store king is here. Bro's shoes fighting for survival. Does your family share one Netflix account too? Everyone laughed. Even people who weren't me laughed just to fit in. That's the thing about high school. Most people aren't evil. They're just scared to be the next target. One day in chemistry class, things got really bad. We had a presentation assignment. I worked on mine for 2 straight weeks. Late nights. No sleep. I genuinely tried my best. When it was finally my turn, I walked to the front nervous as hell. Halfway through the presentation, Jason suddenly interrupted. Wait, hold on. He zoomed in on my shoes using the classroom projector camera. The entire screen showed the tiny hole near my sole. And then he said, Bro's financial situation got a ventilation system. The classroom exploded laughing. People were literally crying. Even the teacher smiled awkwardly instead of stopping it. I stood there frozen. My face burning. Hands shaking. I just quietly unplugged my laptop and sat back down. That night, I skipped dinner and locked myself in my room. Not because I was hungry. Because I was embarrassed. I stared at the ceiling thinking maybe they were right. Maybe people like me didn't belong there. But around midnight, my dad knocked on my door. He walked in holding 2 sandwiches wrapped in foil. He sat beside me quietly and said, Bad day? I tried acting tough. But then I broke. I told him everything. The jokes. The humiliation. The laughing. All of it. And I'll never forget what he told me. He said, Son, rich people aren't better than you. They just started the race ahead of you. Then he pointed at his rough hands. These hands built your life. One day, yours will build something bigger. I don't know why. But that sentence changed something inside me. The next morning, I stopped trying to impress people. I stopped chasing approval. Instead, I became obsessed with improving myself. While everyone partied, I learned video editing. I learned coding from free YouTube videos. I studied business. Every single night. Sometimes till 3 a.m. Meanwhile, the popular kids kept doing what they always did. Parties. Drinking. Making fun of people. Getting attention online. And honestly, for a while it looked like they were winning. Junior year came. Then senior year. Nothing changed socially. I was still the quiet broke kid. But secretly, my life was changing. One random night, I uploaded a short motivational video edit online. I expected maybe 20 views. The next morning, it had 300,000. I thought it was fake. Then another video blew up. Then another. Within months, I had millions of views across different platforms. Brands started emailing me. Small at first. Then bigger companies. I was making more money from my bedroom than some adults. But nobody at school knew. And I kept it that way. Until graduation week. That's when everything changed. Our school hosted this Future Success Assembly. Students voted for most likely to succeed. Of course, Jason won. The guy literally walked around school like he was already famous. During rehearsal, I overheard him talking to Chloe. He looked at me and laughed. Imagine peaking in high school and still failing. They both laughed. I just smiled quietly. Because for the first time, I knew something they didn't. Graduation day arrived. Parents filled the auditorium. Everyone dressed perfectly. My mom cried the moment she saw me in my graduation gown. My dad kept taking blurry photos every 5 seconds. Then came the principal's speech. After that, students started receiving awards. And suddenly, the principal said something unexpected. We also want to recognize a student who achieved extraordinary success outside of school. The room got quiet. Then my face appeared on the giant screen behind the stage. Alongside screenshots of my social media pages. Millions of followers. Brand deals. Business articles. Everything. The entire auditorium gasped. People started whispering everywhere. No way. That's him? Wait. I follow this guy. Jason's smile disappeared instantly. The principal continued talking about how I built an online media business before even graduating. Then he announced the income milestone I had recently hit. I'm not even joking. You could physically feel the energy in the room change. Suddenly the same people who ignored me for years were staring like they'd seen a ghost. When I walked onto the stage, the applause sounded unreal. But the moment that hit hardest was seeing my dad. He was standing in the back wiping tears while clapping harder than anyone. That almost broke me. Then the principal handed me the microphone and asked if I wanted to say anything. I looked around the room. At the teachers. The students. Jason. Everyone. And honestly, I could have embarrassed them. I could have exposed every fake person there. But instead I said, some people grow up with money. Some grow up with pressure. Some grow up feeling invisible. But never let other people decide your value before your story even begins. The room went completely silent. Then I added, the people who laugh at you today might clap for you tomorrow. And for the first time in 4 years, nobody laughed. After the ceremony ended, dozens of students suddenly wanted to talk to me. People who never acknowledged me before were acting friendly. Jason even walked up awkwardly and said, "Yo man, congrats. That's actually crazy." I just smiled politely. Because the truth is, by then, I didn't need revenge anymore. That's the weird thing about success. Real success doesn't make you hate people more. It makes you outgrow the need for their approval. Later that night, my family went home together in the same old van. Still making that weird coughing noise. And honestly, I love that sound now. Because every embarrassing moment, every joke, every humiliation, led me there. People think the best revenge is proving others wrong. But honestly, the best revenge is building a life so good that the pain eventually becomes part of your success story. And sometimes, the quiet kid everyone overlooks is secretly building a future nobody can imagine. So yeah, if people are laughing at you right now, If they're ignoring you, disrespecting you, making you feel small, remember this. Most people only respect success after they see it, not before. So stop wasting energy trying to prove yourself to everyone. Use that pain. Use that anger. Use those lonely nights. And build something so powerful that one day the same people who doubted you will pretend they always believed in you. If this story hit different, make sure to subscribe for more real stories like this. And comment below. What's one moment that changed your life forever? Because trust me, your story might inspire someone else too.